Hello, everybody, and welcome to Strange Antiquities. This is by the same people who made Strange Horticulture, which is a game I thoroughly enjoyed playing on my own. So let's see if running a little antique shop is just as fun as running a strange little herbalist shop. I'm gonna turn it down because it was loud as hell first. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging, with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. Oh. I need to turn SFX down. Day 1, Thursday. Please hold. There we are. My kitty cat. You can pat the cat. There's bats and torques and amulets and good heavens. It wants me to ding this. Eli White! Hello. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okay. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here, like the Hand of Vecna. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. Well, I should be back in a few days. Okay. Bye, Eli. Use the arrow keys or WASD to navigate your shop. Ooh. All sorts of things. All sorts of things. Okay, so we have scales and weights here. This can go over there. Can we move the weights into here, maybe? There we go. Let's just keep all that out of the way. Oh, we got a rune board. Okay. Interesting. What's this? Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. And this is Jupiter, the Devourer of Souls. Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Bing! Thomas Pope! Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. As a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. Oh, the candles are. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Ooh. Hunter's boon. Let me read my book. Ecumenical, Arizona, Binding Seed, Ethereal Key, Ives, Cernonos, Guise of Lillian, Herring Charm, Heart Chamber, Horn Shackle, Hunter's Boon. Tell me about this. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. So something simple made from animal bits. So tell me about your color and composition. Yellowy brown, yellowy white. What do you feel like? Smooth with ridges, smooth. What do you smell like? What do I think? Gives me a sense of power. That's... yeah, I would say that's it, to be honest. It's made out of clay, so that couldn't be it. Brown twine and bone, yellowed white. Soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. It has some evil quality to it. Hunter's boon, I would say, is this. Identified! It's a tiger's tooth. Interesting. Selenic totem. Book content discovered. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the totem itself will also have a collection that will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay, thank you. You can add labels. So this is a hunter's boon, and we'll use green for it won't kill you. Ooh. Wow, okay, we don't care about that too much. Interesting. I want to read more about these. Ecumenical is a receptacle commonly featuring a memento mori that aids as an aid to recollection. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence pulling at the threads of one's mind. Okay, so do I have all... that might be an ecumenical. Interesting. You don't look good at all. Let's bring you up here. Oh, let's just bing this. Let's get the next guy. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, is what my father always used to say. It seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. The creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay. A shadow hold. What is that? A shadow hold, or oshatic vessel, is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oshatic spirit, a manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay, so it'll have this circle-y, square-y butterfly kind of thing on it somewhere. That's a circle-y, square-y kind of butterfly thing. It's a vessel. Hard and somewhat rough, spongy. Markings have been carved in. Smells pungent. And I don't think anything of it, but that is that. So that's that. Shadow hole. The item is a container of some kind, and the design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. Cool. And you've given me a sun bond. I like this a lot. I don't care. I love adding labels by hand. This is a shadow hold. And I'm pretty sure it's safe. We'll give it that fancy one. Bing! Next, David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? Can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay. Thank you. Open it up. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Okay, thank you. I'll put your letter down there. Interesting. Ecumenical Aries Remnant, Binding Seed, Ethereal Key, Iris are known as Skies of Lillian. All of these things. I wonder, do we already have all of them in here? And what is this to do? And what is this to do? Let's put that away for now. That could be Aries. That could be Aries. Oh, a nice Stanley Hume. I just like looking at things. I just like touching things. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Is that this with the hissing? Whoop. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Corchin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Corchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. That's this. It's a ring, and it's hissing. Made of bone, and it hisses. Alright. Stone items weigh the same as a man's heart. According to popular myth, the truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. Cool. Thank you. So you are an Ossic ring. Hello? Ossic ring. And you could be round, and you can be green. Perfect. Ding! Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. Yeah? Just so. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. A voice of Cernunnos, eh? How am I gonna organize these things? I don't know. Freaky shit over here, maybe. I'd like to have everything visible. There we go. Voice of Cernunnos. What is that? The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any— oh, so that's this up here. Any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skills, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Well, that's easy. There's only 1 torque in here. And it's made of bronze. It's uneven. I have nothing to remark. Here you go. Imagine it'll get harder. The spirit eye. That's this, for certain. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It's not clear exactly what they do to show, or exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Voice of Cernunnos. I don't know if I spelled that right. We'll give you the nice wiggly one. There you go. Oh, we're closed! Okay. Do you think I can identify a bunch more of them, though? Really fast? Aries Remnant. Induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. Ooh. The gemstones in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of a constellation that shares its name. So... let me move all this over here now, too. And I cannot forget about that thing. Let me inspect you. Stone and a fossil, not a horn. So I wonder if I don't have that one yet. Binding seed, made of 2 distinct materials representing the Mentic and the Wixic. The mind and the body. The winding path. The mind is described by a spiral encompassing the body of a seed. Oh, we've seen this. Binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feeling of guilt and shame. That maybe? This thing, how do I feel about it? It's made of dark wood and stone. Rough and gnarled, coiled and smooth. Doesn't smell like anything. I don't like how this makes me feel. So this might be... Binding seed question mark. And we'll use yellow for maybes. I'm just gonna keep going through these. I like them a lot. An ethereal key designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about outside of thaumic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. Okay, so I maybe don't have this because I cannot. I wouldn't be able to see it. Question mark? An avacant is a stone item that weighs precisely 1 pound. The Eye of Cernunnos. Enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. Ooh. So what are you all about? Green marble and iron. Cool and smooth with intricate detailing. Doesn't smell like anything. I don't think about it. Okay, hold on. Let's end the day. Let's move on to the next day. I could spend an hour here. Oh my god, there's so many days. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. We're carving. It's... Oh, I don't know what shape this is. Shackles! Of course, how could I be so silly? An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay. Day 2, Friday. Interesting. Alright. Bing. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Yeah, I'm pretty good, though. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Yeah. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out the wrong side of bed. Oh. These ravens have got under my skin, is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him. And pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. I'm just kind of fucking with this. Interesting. Okay. Oh, there are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines, represented by the following symbols. Selenic and Dradic, Diurnic and Noctic, Mentic and Wixic. Okay, so these are symbols that I'm going to be needing to look for at some point, I'm sure. I fucked up my clock. Is this doing anything? Oh, it's changing the space of the moon. Okay, interesting. Bing bong, who's next? Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Okay, damn. Well, let's see. A horned shackle are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They could be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. An example of an elaborate horned shackle. So... this is made out of bronze. I have a strong sense of being watched. Eye of Cernunnos? Yellow and sharp. Maybe. Okay, a totem made out of horn. That's clay. What are you? You're wood. Rough and pitted, nothing to remark, nothing to remark. What are you? Bone, brown fabric, cheap metal, probably pewter. Rough fabric, hard and somewhat rough, so it's not going to be this. This is supposed to be smooth. Dark blue-green gemstone, clay painted to look like bone. Fills me with a sense of foreboding. Light colored wood. Polished. Overcome by a warm, loving emotion. They're made out of bronze with raised detailing. Change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demon. The horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. And there's no... I don't have an ethereal key down here hiding. I don't imagine so. Can I have a hint? I'm a little stupid. Looking for an item that has horns. Yeah! Maybe it's that. This has horns. With horns using touch to see if they've been worn smooth. Yeah, okay, fine. Pointy. This part feels smooth. This... Aha! Okay. I just missed that part. That's on me. You, a little totem. There we go. A vesiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Neato. Hold on, so I can just, like, very quickly run through all these things and be like, are you... What about you? Huh? Nope, nope, sorry. I'm sorry. Get back over there where you belong. Are any of you gonna burn my flames pale blue? Are any of you vestigers? Oh, you could be a vestiger. Mayhaps. I want to hang all my hangers up here. Put my other plant over there. Yeah, that'll do. Bing! David Schaefer! What's up? At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Okay. Thanks for the letter. What's up? What do we got? Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Oh. Archive. We've seen all these people. Oh, archive. Hold on. Can I? Yes. Okay, I can put my letters away. Very nice. Pat kitty. Ding. Julia Braddock. Welcome in. Ah, Jupiter. We meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark. Unimportant business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I hope so. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. Selenic totem? With the kindness? I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Maybe that's what I was thinking, yeah. Moon heart. There's an index in the back that might be useful to you. Oh. Black Harpling, Copper, Blood, Bronze are known as Change Clay, Corkin. That would be helpful. At some point. Yeah, moon heart, Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy. then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. That's you up here. You're polished, and you make me feel warm and loved. You are a Selenic totem. Bong, bing. Because it's an owl. Holgan Grimm. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Yeah? Disney? Next. Daisy Winters. Hello. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. You want this? You want this? This thing? 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Okay. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Oh. This thing makes you feel bad. I need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. Either a binding seed or a Zaya. See, this is why I like Strange Horticulture. Because there come times when you are given a choice. Zaya, worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zayas are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. So I could make her fearful and paranoid. I could make her fearful and paranoid, or the binding seed raises your feeling of guilt. Guilt and shame. A plain pendant made out of any one material. Well, this is 1 and 2. Black gemstone and iron. Cool. Oh. Neat. I'm gonna give her a binding seed to make her feel guilty. I don't want her to feel paranoid. I want her to feel guilt so she comes back and is like, oh. A binding seed. 2 materials, wood and stone, featuring a spiral surrounding a seed. There you go. Shield Charm. Generic charms protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An Oshotic spirit or wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. How nice. Yeah, okay, so binding seed. No question mark. And we'll make it round. There we go. Next. Emmett Burrows. Hello. They found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. Okay. Dead? I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. Damn, I'm sorry. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a libula to see us safely through. Man, we just be saying words out here. Sorry, put that away. A libula, hey? What's that? Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges knew well. Okay, so we can open this up maybe, and see that it would probably have a Mentic symbol on it, for of the mind, to be wisdomed. So it's a kite with a circle on the top, and a circle on the tips. Now we just have to find something that makes you feel wise. Let me just look at all this. Stone. It's floating. It's rough and pitted. Oh, it does not smell like anything. Oh, I feel a pulsating power like a beating heart. Oh, you probably weigh exactly 1 pound, don't you? Orange gemstone, a pinkish gemstone, gold. It's cool. Does not smell like anything. Hmm. Raised detailing. My heart feels lighter. It's made of bronze. Red paint or perhaps blood. Stone. It's hard and cool. I don't smell anything. I don't think anything. A libula. An imbuement of wisdom. There's power in symbology. Reported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. But what are they made out of? What do they look like? Oh? Why can I do that? There's secrets in this shop. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong. Why isn't there a taste? Can I lick? A slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. So it's not that thing. What about the evil blood spikes? It has an energy about it. It's got a vibe, forsooth. Substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. Iron gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Yeah, I didn't think so. Gold and withered flesh. Hard and cool, leathery and bony. Quite unpleasant to touch. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. And I don't think nothing about it. I don't know. What's this? I don't think anything. I don't smell anything. It's rough and gnarled. White paint. Yew wood. Can I have a hint? I don't know. You're not really giving me anything to work with here. What's a libula? I should consult my book of symbols. Oh my god, there's more pages. I'm stupid. No, I'm an idiot. That's, you know what? Wisdom is that one. This is a libula. My bad, homie. I figured. I don't know what I figured. I'm stupid. I forgot that books have more than one page to them. The item bears a symbol of wisdom. Witches' fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They're capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. You are a libula. The day's over. Let's just pick the next one down the line. What's the Guise of Lillian, eh? These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures, oh, I know what this is, have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth to bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. That's this. Nope. Guise of Lillian. I like this fancy one. One more. Whoops. One more. What's a hearing charm? Simple trinket that amplifies sound. Oh, that's this. We'll mark it white if I'm pretty sure, but unsure, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure, but it's not confirmed. This is just like a maybe, because I don't know. I don't know. My organizational skills are... I don't even know why I'm marking things the way that I am. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Oh. Okay.